Welcome back. We continue getting you these live visuals. This is from the Nigambodh Ghat. The mortal remains of Dr. Manmohan Singh have been brought in here, and the Prime Minister, the Defence Minister, Union Home Minister are all in attendance. The top leaders of the Congress Party, Mallikarjun Kharge, also paying his last tributes. The live visuals that are coming in on the screens, the Union Home Minister, Amit Shah, also laying the wreath on the mortal remains of Dr. Manmohan Singh. Rich tributes have been paid to the former Prime Minister for his contributions to the nation, as the political leaders said that his legacy will continue to live on. My colleagues Tejshi and Pradeep Datta joining us on the broadcast. Well, Pradeep, time and again we're going back to his quote, something that Manmohan Singh was famous for saying, that history will judge him kindly, and as the nation bids goodbye to him, that's a quote that has come true. He will be remembered for leaving behind a legacy that brings India to what it is today, whether it is in terms of the economy or even the democracy with the right to education. Changes that he had brought into the country that will continue to remain with us for decades together, isn't it?
Yes, you're absolutely right. These were the lines which he had uttered while signing off in 2014 as Prime Minister of the country, because that was the time when BJP won election and Prime Minister Narendra Modi was the new man to walk into the corridors of power, and that was the time he said that the history is going to judge him kindly. And you can see already history has started judging him kindly, because you can see that he is being remembered as one of the best statesmen that the country has produced. And life change, if you look at his journey, it was not that easy, because that's what actually Prime Minister Narendra Modi has also mentioned in his video message, that kind of a struggle that he had to make, because it was in 1947 their family had to migrate from Pakistan. From a humble background, he rose to the power of and became the Prime Minister of the country, and kind of a contribution he has made for the nation will be remembered for each and every person, because when they came out to this place, they had to once again start their life from scratch. It was not that easy to get education. On scholarship he got education, but with his grit and determination he was able to achieve lot many things in life. He was the director of the Reserve Bank of India, then he had been the governor also of Reserve Bank of India. It was a 90, and finally all of a sudden he got a phone call from P.V. Narasimha Rao, then Prime Minister of the country, who wanted him to be the Finance Minister. And when he became Finance Minister, that was the time when Manmohan Singh also shot into prominence. He proved his mettle. He proved that P.V. Narasimha Rao's choice was really the best one at that point of time, and within just few days, as if a magician was moving a magic wand, and with his economics he was able to revive the economy of the country that was lying in shambles. And over the period of time we have seen that India has become from the striving to the thriving economy, and it has been the contribution of then Prime Minister Manmohan Singh also, who had been there for 10 years. Other than Jawaharlal Nehru, he is the only person from the Congress Party who had been the Prime Minister for 10 years, and he had been someone who had not been from the Gandhi family. So that has been the contribution of this man. So he will be remembered for all these things. And right now you can see all the tall leaders, right from Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Rashtrapati Droupadi Murmu, Home Minister Amit Shah, and also the leaders from the Gandhi family and the Congress leaders and workers and family members. Everybody is present here. It's going to be a cheerful bid adieu to the former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh. They will be laying wreath, there will be floral tributes will be paid to him, religious ceremony will be performed, and then there will be gun salute to the former Prime Minister. And then finally the mortal remains will be consigned to frame, and everybody is going to bid adieu to the Prime Minister. And you can see right now all these top leaders are present there at the Nigambodh Ghat, where finally this is going to culminate. And here you can see that, let me show you also, the large number of security force personnel had been deployed since morning. They were trying to ensure that nobody faces any kind of a problem. The Congress workers and the other people, family members, while they'll be paying tributes, they should not face any kind of a problem. So there had been 3 gates. One gate for the VVIPs, where from they enter like Prime Minister, President, and Defence Minister. As the function is being organized here by the Defence Minister and the Rashtrapati had to come over. So Rajnath Singh was the first one. The Defence Minister was the first one among the dignitaries to reach here at Nigambodh Ghat. And after that we saw that Home Minister came, then the Prime Minister came, and after Prime Minister it was Rashtrapati Droupadi Murmu. And right now the last rites are being performed. So if we talk about the Manmohan Singh's legacy, one, everybody knows that he is being seen as the architect of liberalization,
yes,
who really changed the economy of the country. And we have seen that it's not only about the economy, it was able to boost the morale and confidence.
And he had no qualms about saying that He never thought that he will be in politics. It was just ordained, and he became an accidental finance minister as well, he had famously said. Pradeep, I request you to stay with us to get to know a little more about what had happened, the story behind it all, that one phone call that changed not just the history of Manmohan Singh, but also of the nation. We have NV Subhash, the grandson of the former Prime Minister PV Narasimha Rao, joining us on the broadcast. Thank you for joining us, Mr. NV Subhash. You know, there was one phone call. When we speak of Dr. Manmohan Singh, it would be incomplete without speaking about the liberalization that he brought to the country. But it all happened because of the one phone call by PV Narasimha Rao, who decided to appoint him as the finance minister. In your conversations with him, you know, how do you remember Dr. Manmohan Singh, or what your grandfather may have told you about Manmohan Singh and how his tenure as the finance minister?
First of all, my tributes and my condolences to Dr. Manmohan Singh and his family members. And we know Dr. Manmohan Singh, I think from past many years, and from 86, 87, I've been seeing him constantly coming to my grandfather's house, and then both were sitting, you know, both don't talk much outside. But when these two people sit, they sit for hours together. And we used to wonder as a kid that what is that, you know, they are talking about. And one day when he was in US, you know, when Narasimha Rao was in US, I was also along with him. And when he was undergoing the, you know, the bypass surgery, at that time, Dr. Manmohan Singh has called from Delhi. So that's how I came to know that he is, you know, the financial, you know, advisor, and he was very, very famous bureaucrat because I was pursuing my studies in US. So then I asked my grandfather that what is it all about? When you sit, when you talk to him, you are like, you know, more like, you know, magnet. You just attract each other, and then talk about so many things. Is it about politics, or is it about anything which is interesting? He said, no, nothing about politics, but economy. He is an economist, and he's such a great scholar, and he's such a, you know, the great bureaucrat. He attributes them that, you know, he's like a walking encyclopedia. You ask anything, Dr. Manmohan Singh, he will immediately reply as far as the finance or economy is concerned. So that's how I just got to know. And one interesting point that, you know, when people came to see Narasimha Rao when he was undergoing surgery, after he went under, you know, the surgery, then someone asked him that, are you going to become Prime Minister, because you have served so many portfolios and then you are very progress loyal? He said, how can I become Prime Minister, because Rajiv Gandhi is there, so he is our leader, so I don't expect that I'll become Prime Minister. But you know that person constantly was behind Narasimha Rao, and then asking that what is that you are going to do if you become Prime Minister. Then after 5 minutes, it was so interesting that he said, first if I become Prime Minister, you know, the people in US, you are in US, you will come back to India, and then you invest. Not only you, but I'll ask so many people around the world, they'll be coming and investing. This is what we are going to do.
And it did.
And
it did change the course of history.
He said,
I request you to stay with us for just a moment. I want to go across to my colleague Tejshri as well, who's joining us from the Nigambodh Ghat. Tejshri, you know, we were talking about anecdotes, and many such anecdotes about Dr. Manmohan Singh, as well as you're seeing there in the Ghat as well, the tributes that are continuing to pour in, the political leaders as well coming in. Mr. Subhash, you know, you were telling us